Welcome to Be Live with Dani Kelly. I'm here, your host, Dani Kelly, directly from Los Angeles, California, at the Creation Studios, a place that is not just a studio, but a concept for your creation. And you are here at the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching our episodes, and I hope you like it. But please leave your comment, your heart, and share our podcast with everyone you know. And let me know where are you from, who you are. I would love to know more about you that is following our channel at YouTube. But I have a great news for you. We're not only on YouTube, now we are all the platforms to listen our podcast. And let me know what you think about our episodes. I love to know your feedback about our podcast. Today at the Be Live with Dani Kelly, I'm thrilled to welcome to the show Jade Marx, actress, producer, writer, philanthropist, and proud granddaughter of the legendary comedian Groucho Marx. Born and raised in Los Angeles, Jade grew up immersed in one of more entertainment, most iconic families, carrying forward the sharp with a cultural legacy while blazing her own trail. Thank you so much, Jade, to be here at the studios with me today.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Great from the red carpets
The red
to the
carpet.
studio.
To the studio. Here we are.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I met Jade at one of the amazing events we go and you cross paths
Yes.
over there.
Yes.
And you met and said, oh, I want you have in my podcast. Let's make it just happen. And today you're here.
And here we are.
Yes. But then when I learned more about Jade, I didn't know that she comes from a talented, amazing family over here in Los Angeles. And she's part of the legacy of Groucho Marx. Mm-hmm. Her grandfather, amazing comedian, actor, producer back then. And I love the movies. Let me share something about me.
Okay.
While back in Brazil, I was growing up, watch all the American classical movies. And to know that I'm here with you today, I'm like, oh, this is a dream coming true, It's like it's so nice. Tell me about the legacy of your grandfather before you can start a podcast.
Yeah, he's an iconic comedian. He pretty much pioneered a lot of what you see as comedy today. The Marx Brothers did as a unit, and also him individually. He broke the fourth wall, for example, so speaking straight to camera. That had never been done on film before. Improvisation, a lot of the late night talk shows like The Tonight Show or David Letterman Show or any of these shows had a lot of influence from him from the TV show You Bet Your Life that he did, where he would be one-on-one, but improvising and
like I'm doing now,
playing like you now, yeah. They did everything from vaudeville to Broadway to film, TV, and radio. There's just almost everything you could think of in performing arts they've done.
So how was growing up and know that you're in this environment of arts and also know your grandfather was a pivot point, right, of the industry at that time and to what you have now. How was growing up to be a Jade?
What's it like to be a Marx? It's funny because my mom was really at a time in her life where she was kind of rebelling a little bit. So we moved away from Hollywood.
Oh.
Yeah, so I wasn't raised in Hollywood. And she also was very private. So we weren't allowed to tell anyone who we were. If we got into trouble, that was it. If you told someone who you were, we got into big trouble.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I didn't really understand it. I didn't really know what was going on or why this was such a big deal. As a kid, when you're told, like, don't do something, what do you want to do?
Yes.
That thing, right?
Yeah.
So when my brother and I, once we went on a camping trip and we were at a campfire site and my brother, I guess he told everybody. And then my mom got so mad because the people started like petting me, like my head. And like, oh, and I was like, what, why are they petting me?
You.
And like touching me. Yeah.
Because your brother wants a special treatment from everybody. That's why he was smart.
And then my mom was like, come on, we're leaving. And she was so upset with him. And I was like, oh, wow. I've never seen her get upset. That was the only time I ever got upset.
Do you think because your mom didn't want to lose her identity to this?
I think that had something to do with it. Also, growing up as the daughter of a famous person at that time, you're in a fishbowl, you know. At the
Yes.
time, like for example, their house was on the star maps, and at that time, the houses weren't behind big gates and walls. You could see them. And so if you were on the bus looking at the celebrities' homes, you would see them in the front yard playing, you know. And so she would be in the front yard with people
Yes.
clicking and
I have no privacy at
yeah.
all.
And then, you know, always there was always that ulterior motive, like, why are you a friend of mine? Or because you want to get to my father, you know, that kind of thing. So she just kind of separated herself from it and decided to like raise us in an environment where people would like us for who we are, not what we were connected to or where we came from lineage wise. Yeah. And so it wasn't until I was older that I really kind of understood everything and the context of
why she did that, what she did.
Yeah.
She wants privacy and also she wants to be herself.
and she wanted us to be liked for who we were.
Yes.
Yeah, as that was important to her.
Very important. And you know now, you have a kid now,
I do.
so you know how it works.
Yeah.
And I met him. He's handsome, beautiful.
You met him?
Yeah, and the event was the Hollywood Choral at the last year on Christmas time.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
he
That's
was-
right. I forgot. Yes.
Yes,
That was his
yes.
first red carpet.
Yeah,
he
you
was
told
so
me
nervous.
that. He's so cute. Very
Yes,
cute, very
yeah.
cute. And how is his experience too? Like, is he in the industry? Who wants to be?
You know, yeah, he's a little thespian himself. I mean, he does musical theater. He loves singing and dancing and acting, and he's you know, auditioned for Disney and all of these. You know, he's out there. He's out there doing it.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that you can see you in roles in films like Ugly Truth, Gone, True Crime. But these days you're developing your own project.
Yes. So I did. I've been an actress and I've done that. And then I took time off when I had my son and kind of recalibrated. And then I had a big change in my life. I had a divorce and all that. And you know, what am I going to do? Who am I going to be? All of those questions, reinvent me.
Yes.
And I was like, you know, I really have always wanted to do this. So, and I wanted to do this years back when I first moved to LA, but I didn't know how to make it happen because there was always like obstacles in the way. And I was like, well, how do I get past this? Or how do I make that happen as far as like rights are concerned or states, or these are, you know, the logistics of making a biographical film.
Yes.
And then it just hit me. And I was like, oh, that's how I can do it. And then it became my new adventure. And then on top of that, the documentary that I like kind of like goes like a sister project. They go together really hand in hand, which is really an exploration of well, the movie, let me jump back. The movie is a biographical feature film about my grandfather. So it's not so much about the Marx brothers, although they can be in there, but it's really about my grandfather and his story.
Yes.
The documentary is more about him and his influence on comedy and what you see today in pop culture,
Yes.
and what you see today in like the nuances of our society that you don't realize is a representation of him. For example, like if you have an Alexa at home and you were to say, you know, hey, Alexa, show me, I hope she's not here.
No, she's not here.
Come on. No, she's going to come on.
I have Cyrus, but she's
quiet.
quiet right now.
She's muted. So, but if you were to say that, like, do comedy, like show me something funny, and then what would come up would be a bar stool with the comedic glasses, you know, the big nose, the eyebrows. Well, that is a representation of Groucho Marx.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he represents comedy. Like, that's how iconic he is. Like, all you need is that, and people know that's comedy, right?
Yes.
I mean, you even have an emoji on your phone with his face.
Yes.
But they cleverly call that disguise.
Oh, they changed.
Well,
So how do you feel about this? Like you know what to present.
It's a frustration because then you're
frustration.
like, okay, so he's so woven into the fabric of our society, but he's being forgotten. And so my intention is to bring light back to him, and also the light back to what he did for comedy and what like a lot of the sayings that people say that they don't know where they come from.
Yes.
Like close but no cigar.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
that's him. That's his saying, but nobody knows. I mean, he's got so many quotes.
Okay.
And they're quoted in, you know, by presidents and dignitaries and comedians like you, the whole range of the gamut of people will quote him. So that's another interesting point, is that he's influential on every level, in society. And so not just strictly in comedy.
So you're discovering a purpose right now that you have to bring back his legacy alive.
Yes. And so the documentary really explores like his influence and what we know today, and that you don't know where that came from and who he is. And then the biographical feature film is really his story and his life, and to bring that to light in a theatrical.
Can identify things that you are doing right now and correlate with him. Because we lose memories, right? After a while, we feel not be like ours bring back the memories, or like remind you like what's coming from. That happens to everyone, right? And with the media, social media, and people now copying, pasting everything. And not give any copyrights, right? Copy and paste, no copyrights at all.
Exactly. Or like sampling music left and right. Like there's like no, where anyone write music anymore?
Yes. Like, and then you go the AI and people just reproducing music and putting videos, and you don't know even though who is coming from, because it's coming so quickly.
It's coming so quickly, exactly. And then it's just it's progressively getting like that. So that was really the intention and the goal, and I wanted to do that while my mom is still here, because she's going to be a part of this project. So there's that element to it as well.
It's amazing how you want to bring the legacy, keep alive, and then you're the one like you choose them to the purpose and the mission. So what do you think it is your mission right now? Your mission is to connect these memories to people to bring now? Or it is to also to bring that the core of the comedy, the core of the film, the core of the talent back then? Because back then when I watch movies, the classical ones, they always have a message to bring to us. But now I feel like we kind of get losing that kind of sense of the feeling, like the emotions. So do you think your mission right now is to connect this legacy of your grandfather to nowadays the movie industry? It's like maybe some way how you can bring back a lot of more
that nostalgic way of presenting a movie. Yeah, that would be good. That would be cool. That would be I mean, their movies stand the test of time. I was just talking earlier, we were talking about Duck Soup, which is a movie about, dictatorship and or fascism or whatnot. And the insanity of like, because he plays an insane leader and, and whatever it is, I'm against it. That's his song, like that's literally his song, a whole song about that, I mean, it's just, it's insane, but then you look at our world and you're like, but I get it.
That's what's happening right now.
It's what's happening.
You don't see it. So, people, they don't translate, right? We are living on an automatic, but they're not translating, or they don't describing what's happening. But you're doing that. You're just doing that, copy and paste, because you have no time. You don't have time anymore. It's so many events. You don't have no time to separate things. So that's great that you're talking about that, because you're living this world right now. People are just telling you what to do. And you're doing.
And I'm doing, And I wanted to explore too, just the influence, like bring back old Hollywood, kind of.
I love it.
Right?
Please bring back.
Yes, and bring Hollywood back in general. It's dying. If you live in LA, Hollywood is running away. But I have dreams of, the handprints and the footprints in front of the Chinese Munch Theater. I would love to somehow preserve those, because if you've been there, they're like crumbling, and they're either crumbling or they're fading with sun and foot traffic and stuff. And that's like iconic landmark, that you can't, like, I don't want that to disappear.
And you go through it, but you don't even keep attention because it's fading away.
It's fading.
It is
so
true.
That's like the, a lot of the genesis of film, like all the people that first were there in the beginning of what we see today for film.
We are creating a lot of stories, but we also have to preserve the memories.
Right.
It has to be a balance.
The history. Yeah, because that's something that that we have here. So when you go to Italy or France, or they have history for thousands of years, of
And people want to see the history.
yes, and you have
People want
museums
to,
with all the
museums,
history,
they
yes,
go
and
there.
the landmarks, and we don't have that in the United States of America. We're a very young country, and this is actually one of the few things we do have that is it comes from here,
And the whole
it
world wants to
influences
be here.
for the entertainment world, it's considered Los Angeles or New York, but it's considered
It's
here.
the capital,
and everybody's kind of vying for that.
Yes.
That sets the standard. Or if you make it here in music, you've made it. Because you can be, or in film, you can be famous Spanish actress, but you're not famous until you're famous here, right? So that's so here we have these landmarks that I would like to, hopefully preserve them before they disappear.
And you're starting with your grandfather.
Right.
So you're the one who is bringing the legacy and keeping that alive, and it's great because you're doing the networking, you're going talking about it, and you let people know what's coming up from you. And when I was at the event with the Hollywood Museum, and you watch the clip of your grandfather on the TV outside, and I didn't know, and this is my grandfather, so it's good to know, right? This is amazing.
Just random moment where you're like, oh, hey.
And wow, just look at this. And then I stopped, wow, this is so amazing, to have someone. I can imagine how you feel, to see the movie of the film over there, and wow, this is so cool.
It is cool. It is, and then they're all my family. They're my great uncles. It's my grandfather and all my great uncles because they were really related. It's the Marx family. Yeah,
and it's just it's really, really nice. So let's talk about the philanthropy and then about the gala. Tell me about what you're looking on this project, and what is your mission there?
Yeah, Gala is really a project about. There's landfills that are unregulated, and there's 8 really big ones in the world, and entire families of thousands of people of families live in them.
Yeah,
and the idea is to somehow relocate them out of that condition, especially the kids, because no kid should be in just total filth. I mean, they're eating from it. They're bathing. I mean,
but the economy comes from there. That.
Yes,
right?
they sell. They get the goods and they sell.
They sell.
Yeah, so there has got to be. I mean, this is really in its baby stages, but the goal would be to remove the families and relocate them into better living conditions with higher standards of. With food and housing and education for the kids. I'm not really sure if they go to school when they live in the landfills.
Depends. I think because I study about that in the example in Africa, some countries, the whole economy of certain cities is based on the landfills.
On the landfills, and what they can scavenger through and resell.
Economy. Yeah. Because all the ships come bring the trash. Right. And
they dump it there,
and they make the city big profits to receive that trash.
Wow. Okay.
So to get away, to take the families, you have to work with the whole city around.
Gonna have to work with the whole city. Yeah. So it's a big endeavor.
It's a big endeavor.
And I don't know how, at least if you could get one, that'd be amazing, and use it as the prototype to maybe do more.
Yeah, they should have, of course, programs and regulation for no kids to be involved. That's really the waste.
That's exactly it, because they don't really have a choice, right? I mean, a child is a child. They're the product of an environment or a family, and so really, if that can, if you can just do, but if you remove a child, then you have to remove the family. You can't just remove the child. So and
then the whole city is going to be involved.
The whole city, but they shouldn't be there. No one should be living in filth. No. There should be a way. Yes, okay. If this is how you're going to somehow profit from the filth, okay, you go to the filth, and scavenger through it, but you don't live in it, and you don't eat from it, and you don't absorb into it.
It is cruel. It is a cruel economy.
Imagine living in that though. The smell.
And they get sick. The skin is not the same. The face, the hair.
Yes.
And then
it's all these it's got to be.
And I believe that they feel like
it's inhumane. It's it's not. You're not you're not treating. You're not being treated like a human. There's no dignity.
No dignity at all. Because they have no basic needs. The basic is supposed to be the right? Home,
Housing, food that comes like
health,
just real food, not
health,
from
yeah,
yes.
education, and the regulations to protect you. But they are there. I just live there. And then when I was studying about the whole city makes, because they receive the ships, the waste from everywhere, and they just dump over there, and those families, they have to make a living, so they buy, even use the clothes, the clothes we dump it and
Yeah,
throw.
yeah.
So they pack this, the fast fashion.
Yes.
What is going on? Like,
Yeah.
they pack the whole package. Like, let's say we drop our clothes, me, you, and I, we are women, and they collect all these 100 pieces of clothes, and they make this whole package, and they sell this package to those countries, poor
Right.
countries, and they buy the whole package,
Yeah.
and they
Pull
don't know
out.
what they're gonna have.
Right. I think
find
I've
there.
seen that. Yeah.
And then they gather clothes, they share between them, and that's how they are living.
And that's how.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Other words is like, how can we picture something like that? Like the same landfill, the waste, the toxic waste,
Yes.
everything.
I mean, it's like
amazing
you see the videos of these kids and their faces are just covered in filth,
Yes.
and their hands in the ripped clothing, and
Yeah.
they're excited when a dump truck is coming,
Yeah.
and they're running to
the
it to see whatever they. I mean,
of the dump waste coming. Yeah.
it's just the perspective is so skewed as far as what is healthy or right, really, or
Yes.
humane.
So you guys have a lot of work to do.
It's a big endeavor, and I understand that. But the more light we can bring to it by
Yes.
talking on platforms like
Yes.
this, and the more people can maybe like raise their hand is that I want to be a part of that, then maybe we can actually make a difference as a community, as a global community.
As a global community.
Because it's really a global thing, it's
Yes.
not, because it's in different countries. It's not just one.
No.
We don't have it here because we have regulations, but
Yes.
we have other problems.
I believe in Brazil we had the landfills in the past like that, but now what they created is one of the solutions I can share with you. They create some kind of how would I say, a big team, and they make it as a business. So instead of the people work on the landfill, they make a recycle parts, recycling zones. So instead of they go to the dirty, they already washing their waste.
Okay.
And when they go separate the waste, it's already wash it, sterilize it, so they don't get sick. So this is
Nice.
one of the solutions in Brazil.
Right.
They had created. And then but they still be working on that, but they cannot be contaminated from the waste.
From the waste, which is critical. I mean,
It is,
and people think like, oh, well, then we're immune to that because we're not living in it or whatever. But disease spreads this way.
Yes.
And this is how but it's just beyond that. It's just inhumane.
How do you come with the need to help others?
Me?
Yeah.
Me or this particular project?
This particular project.
This particular project was brought to me by my producing partner.
Okay.
And her sister went to Bali on I think a mission. And she discovered this and came back and explained it to my producing partner, Isabel. And she was just flabbergasted. Like, what? That exists? How?
Yeah.
What are you saying? No. Really?
Yeah.
And so it stuck in her brain, and she just couldn't get it out of her brain. She's like, we have to do something. We have to do something. We have to do something. So she proposed it to me, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, let me know. I would love it to be part of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, everybody, and its arms are open because it's going to take a big village to do this. And I know that. And the more outreach there is possible, because it's in different countries, that you represent people that are from those countries. We need them to step up, so because they understand that country the best and how it works politically, and all of that,
not
all the red
easy
tape
at all.
that you got to get through.
But it's just I believe that just to think about you want to help, that's already helping them, because
Right.
it will bring awareness.
Awareness is everything.
To people who don't know those information.
Who doesn't
They have
know.
no clue about it.
Right.
There are a lot of another words, like words, don't even count words, right? People live in different situations, and then we have no clue about it.
And we have no clue. you were complaining about.
Yeah, yes, and we
Yeah.
talked about earlier was one of my guests. Like you be grateful because we don't know what's going on in other areas, and we just complain, and this
Yeah.
is one of the examples that we have to bring all the
Yes.
time.
And it's really the kids. It's like my producing partner always comes back to she's like, it's the kids, it's the kids, it's the kids, because the kids have no choice.
She sees that, right?
It's really, they have no choice. It's like, why would you put so many kids in this position? And, I mean, it's the cycle, how are they going to get out of it?
Yes.
Like, how do you get out of something that's all you
It's
know?
a cycle, and the kids come, and other
and
kids
it's
come.
thousands of families. This isn't
Yes.
like 3 families that are doing this. This is a lot of families in a lot of different dump sites around the world.
Yes, I wish you the best on this project.
Thank
Let me
you.
know
Thank
more
you.
as
Yes.
we are meeting and talking. And tell me about networking. What you do, because I know you're very active. You're very active. We need to be active.
You have to be, right? How are you going to meet anyone if you're in your living room? I need to talk to that person. How do I get to that?
It's different because years ago we have agencies, right?
Right.
They run our portfolio. They go to the castings,
Right.
you do auditions. But nowadays, I believe there's a shift on this. It's more networking.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your take about it?
About networking?
Yeah, networking and jobs, work, and how
Yeah. I think it's kind of I think it's fun.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. I mean, I don't look at it. I think I'm in a different phase in my life too. I think when I was in my 20s, it was different. There was so much pressure and low self-esteem, like not really, but kind of like where you're just nervous, insecure, feel like, oh, how am I going to do it? Or so many like goals, like you're going in there like, I need to meet these people because I need to make XYZ happen, and I don't really do that. And now in my life, I literally just go. I'm just like, I'm just going. I'm just like, feeling
have fun,
good.
enjoy,
Yes.
see people.
Send good energy. I'm here to
Yeah.
like just say hi, how you doing? There's no pressure on it for me. And then whatever happens, happens. If I meet someone amazing that day, great. If I don't, great. I mean, I'm still going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't been, thank God, I haven't been in like a networking environment where it was really uncomfortable and I hated every moment of it. I haven't done that yet. So I hope I don't ever experience that.
No, you won't.
But
I think people change a lot and the industry changed. Everything's shifting and people are more aware of the space and what they can bring in. I think I see a lot. I've been also for a while out in the industry, but I step out a little bit and then come back again. But I see that it's different now. It's a lot more different than before, 20 years ago.
how do you see it different?
Was more close. Like years ago was closer. I don't know because the social media wasn't there.
Harder to break in.
Yeah.
It was. I agree with you.
Yes.
But because of social media.
Yeah. It's nowadays
yeah.
it's more
different.
open. It's different. You can use talk and show your work and direct to talk to people and then it's there. And that back then that's what I'm saying, like it was more agencies, more like you have to go to place and behave a certain way. Now it's about more your persona, who you are.
Yeah, well, because now you have influence. I mean, there's so many different ways to be in the industry.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And so it's changed the dynamic. But it's also made it less like tense and stressful in some ways because there's so many people and you don't even know who's who anymore.
Oh no, that's but
Who's that? It's an influencer. Oh, okay.
That's it's true. It's true. I think you have to be careful anyway. Anyway, you have to be careful anyway because you never know who
you don't know who anyone is anymore. Before it was very easy. It was cut and dry. It's an actress, producer, writer. And now it's like, who knows? It's a lot of,
And a lot of names, like a lot of more titles right now, producing, like influencer, content creator, dancer, artist, and then actor, actress, musician. And who are you? I'm a producer.
Right. And it's changed the playing field for actors too. I mean, I was watching an interview with an actor who was talking about, and he's a big name, that he wasn't getting hired for a job had a lot to do with how many Instagram followers
Yes.
he had. He didn't have Instagram. So he's like, you got to get Instagram. He's like, what? I've been an actor for like ever and I'm famous and I'm like, I have to get Instagram to get work.
Yeah, you have to be on now on Instagram and see your followers if they are there and how many followers you have.
It's
Yeah.
a huge deal for the studios because they're
is.
looking at like, well, who's going to pay to come see this? Like, do
Yes.
they know who you are? Like, how do we know you know they know who you are? You know, like, what's
Yes.
your value?
How
What's
crazy
your
is
worth?
that? How crazy is that? Talent and followers.
Yeah, it's because it's a business, you know,
Yeah.
show business is always that.
Business.
And when you're an artist, it's easy to forget the business element of it, you know, or you hope to not
Yeah.
think about that part because it kind of
Because your talent.
yeah,
And then you have a value in your talent. That's the problem.
yeah, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but networking, I think it's fun. I mean, I think the only stressful part about networking is figuring out what to wear.
Oh, no, girl, no.
It is like, oh, I want to go wear that.
No,
you know,
we
like,
go to red carpet. She's always amazing, stunning.
I'm just getting lucky. I mean,
And then
so
you
far
go
it's
to red
lucky.
carpet because you know, woman, you have to be always like, you know, what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna wear next?
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
And
you're
you know,
relaxed.
and now
yeah.
you've been photographed in that, so you can't wear that again.
Oh, no, that's
'Cause
the
how many times you go to
problem.
your closet?
That's
Like,
the
that's a great
problem.
one. Oh, I wore that. Darn it.
That's the problem with that.
Right, guys have it so easy.
I
No one can
know.
recognize
Nobody
that
cares.
suit. Like, it just
Nobody
looks like a
cares.
suit.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I know how it works. But talk back to about actors and actresses. The good thing about social media that everyone is creating a brand.
Okay.
Everybody is
Yeah.
creating some kind of product or service.
Right.
They can also not only monetize it through the work like filming, but also through the brands and the service they are doing. And then I think it was a big change in the industry because they
Yeah.
are creating like a beauty
It's like
brands.
sponsorship,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Because if you get X followers, then you can now be paid,
Yes.
essentially. I mean, it's what acting always was. Like, okay, you know, but commercials would be,
Yeah,
you know,
commercials.
sponsoring the television
Yes.
show or whatever, right?
But
But it's just
now-
shifted now where it's individuals
Yes.
doing it. Yeah, where
Yeah.
now Nike's just going to go to an individual,
To you, yes.
a person versus a company to,
Yeah.
you know,
And
place their
that
product.
brings opportunity for everyone.
It does. It opens the playing field.
opens
So
more.
how creative can you be? You know how?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
And
great. That's great.
that
I
part
like
is
it.
nice. So
Yes.
there's some positives to
Exactly.
it. It's just I think the thing is that you just don't want to water it down to the point where then there's no more real talent happening in
No.
the sense of acting like a real actor. Like you're gonna hire only influencers to act, but like they're not really actors. They haven't studied the craft. There's people that spend 8-10 years
Yes.
really working on a craft, and it is a craft. You know, just like music's a craft and dance is a craft. And just because you know this person has 2 million followers and they feel like they're going to bring them money in the box office
Yes.
doesn't mean they can act. And after a while, you're going to do a disservice to film because no one's going to even want to see that because it's not going to be it's not going to be
And they're
interesting.
gonna be talking about it. Yeah.
And then they're going to be it's going to be
Yeah.
backlash.
Yeah.
Because that idea, that business model is not going to work out in the long
Yes,
run.
true.
Because in the long run, people will want story. People
Yeah.
will want to be moved. People,
Emotion.
and feel something because
Yeah.
that's why we go to see. You know,
That's why I miss a
film.
lot.
Yeah.
Like to see like I remember have like all those classics before, and then you always wanted to wait for the next movie coming up, you know, the part 1, part 2, and part 3, or even like music videos too. Like every year I was watching for these biggest American stars coming on TV to have this big music videos and music also. So that I miss a lot. I miss the waiting time, like to come the next time you're gonna come a box office big one, you know.
Right.
Because right now I'm like, hey, we're doing everything so fast, so I miss the time, the
lead up,
pause.
right? I
Yeah.
remember standing in line to see a movie that was like, you know, hyped up and you're waiting to see
Yes.
it. And then it would stay in the movie theater like all
Yes.
summer. You know,
Yes.
it wasn't that it was just gone in a half a
No.
second. You know,
Now it's everything so fast. So okay, it's good. Everybody can duplicate, recreate. But I miss the emotion, like the waiting, wow, it's coming. Or let's watch, let's wait for the 8 o'clock p.m. come. That's how I was in Brazil.
Right.
Let's wait for 8 o'clock. It's gonna come this new music video. We're like,
Yeah.
everybody watching.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and
It
talk
kind of
about it.
brought people together,
Yeah,
which is
got us
like,
together.
it's similar to when my grandfather did You Bet Your Life,
Mm-hmm.
because that was Thursday night on NBC, and the families would gather around the only
Together.
television there was, because there's only one,
Yeah.
and a little black and white box in the living room, and sit there and laugh together. So it was like, game night or something like that we have now, but back then it would be a TV show. That's how
Yes.
TV shows lived in people's homes. They had
Yeah.
more relevance as far as bringing a family unit together.
Yes.
It wasn't independently like, I'm just going to watch this and then flip around
Yeah,
into 1,000 streaming services. I can't even
It's different.
how do you find anything anymore?
I know, it's a lot. It's
You
a lot
want to
of
see your
offers.
show, you're like, where is it at?
A lot of offers nowadays. A lot of offers, so you don't know what to do. But I miss that. But it's okay. We are in the modern times.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm living today.
We're in today, but
We're in today.
that I do believe, like with my son, for example, he's he's very hip to AI, like and if I show him something, he's almost disgusted.
Yeah.
Like he's like, Mom, that's AI.
And
I'm
I
like,
don't
oh,
know
really?
how to identify. You don't know how to identify.
Not always, sometimes, but like, oh, I didn't realize that, and he's like, he doesn't even want to look at it
Yes.
if it's AI. Interesting, because he's the generation where the AI is coming out,
Yeah.
and that their generation's like not impressed
No.
with it. They're actually poo-pooing it in a
all.
way. So it's like, it's so sometimes how like there's counterculture, like
Yes.
where people think they're gonna everything's gonna go this way. Don't underestimate the youth, because they could fully flip everything to go back the other way again, meaning they get sick of this.
Yeah, I believe you, because I was talking to my friend one other day. I said to him, you know what? Everything's so fast right now, and maybe less than 100 years, the museum is gonna be the most expensive place to go to attend.
Right, because it's different. Because it's different now. See, it's always what's different.
The museum is gonna be like so expensive, more than take an airplane to go down the country.
It's true. It's true, because
you think?
it's real art.
It's like, wow,
look at that.
look at this phone. They have, get the numbers. This
Right?
phone is outside. Wow, look at this TV. It has buttons.
Yeah, it is.
I believe the museum is going to be so expensive
For people to come see, because people are going to get so sick of their devices.
Yes.
And it just doesn't really.
They want to go back.
They're going to go back, because really, I mean, I love my device and I love technology, but there's nothing better than human connection, no matter what. Like, I cannot get this
Exactly.
unless I'm like with you. Like,
Yes.
there's a different interaction. You cannot
cannot
create
compare
that with AI or technology.
Like, even though if you have a live now, like on YouTube, live on the Instagram, it's different. It's
different.
convenient. Yeah,
Right.
I'm in home, I'm in my office.
Right.
But these interactions is the best.
It is the
right?
best. And and we need it. And falling phones.
Yeah, falling my
Falling
phone.
technology.
It's okay.
Yeah, so my hope is that I have faith in the youth, always do, and that that they will bring back some more balance, because we're living in, like, we got to see both sides, right? But it's where things always go. The pendulum always swings like really far in one direction before it goes into the middle. So it went this far, and now it's saturating, and then eventually I hope that it will
to the
go
center,
back to
maybe.
the center where art and can live and breathe and be respected more, because by business and by consumers.
Yeah.
So that because ultimately that's what's driving.
How lucky are we to see everything? Like,
Right, to see
how
all the
lucky are
world.
we?
I
Have
know.
you think about it?
I do, because I know the life before internet.
Yes.
I know that life, and I know it's interesting to see, and then you wonder, what is it like to only know technology, like our kids, like only know an iPhone or whatever type of phone you use, and
They have no
internet.
memories.
Yeah, and like you can just, I remember Encyclopedia Britannica, and I wanted to own the set because you could like look up everything. But you have that online,
Yes.
like
Just put a name.
Yeah.
And you have all the information.
yeah,
You can look at anybody, anything
anything you want.
everything.
Yeah.
And then
And before it was
that's
like you had to go to the library, you had to look through the
I went through that one.
everything.
But it was, even though it was nice, you have more time on the day. Like, even though you have to go to the
Yes.
library, you have more time. Now we have on the phone, I have no time.
That's the thing. So I do believe this, and I've told this to many people,
Yeah.
that like everybody you talk to is like they're all saying the life is going so fast. The seasons, they're like, and they blink and you're in the next year.
Yeah.
And this is for kids. So if my kid is saying life is going too fast and like he can't believe the year is over, I never said that.
I know.
I never said that as
No,
a
you
kid.
say, oh my God, it takes too long to be adult.
It's forever.
I want to be adult. I want to get out
Yes.
of the house. I want to be
Yes.
adult. So
We were waiting for summer like we were waiting for school. I mean, everything took forever.
That's how we were at the
Yes,
time. Because
and-
everything was analog. Like, oh my goodness.
Yes. And so now if the kid is saying like, I can't keep up, life is spinning because we're not designed to have there's so much free access to
Yes.
information and information overload. It's just coming.
It's a lot.
And the brain is turning into mush and it can't process it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not living in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can look at your phone, you can doom scroll, right, or whatnot for 4 hours, and you don't even realize that 4 hours passed.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's part of why time is going so fast. Is
Yes.
that like it's a time suck? You know,
Yeah.
it
Because
goes into
you-
the vortex of nothing.
Yeah, we were watching people's lives through the lens, and it's like no one. It's like multiple.
Multiples.
Hundreds.
Yes.
In your timeline.
And you're just sifting through, and it's just, you're not even living your life. That's my biggest complaint to my
Yes.
son. It's like, you're living everyone else's life.
Yes.
You have to live your own. Like,
Yeah,
you're watching their
no.
life.
Yeah.
You gotta live your life.
And then when you see 2 or 4 hours, I was just saying, like, gone. And like, why I have to do this? And
Yeah, and now you're like,
yeah.
that's why the
really-
speed up of life. I do
Yes.
believe that. Because I think if like the internet, wouldn't want this to happen, but
Makes
if the
sense.
internet stopped for like 2 weeks, people might be like, whoa, life is kind of slow.
Yeah, like you have a pandemic, like we stop everything. And
Yeah.
like, oh, that's life. Some people, they don't know even how to live with their family in home.
They don't know because they're so busy.
They are so busy.
Yeah.
And
They're
they
so
felt
busy being
stuck
busy.
with 2 kids, a wife, like,
they're
what's
like,
going on in my life?
I have to say hi to you.
Yeah.
I can't look at my phone. I can't be like this.
That's really happened.
Like through the whole like talk. I can't be like
Yeah.
this. I mean,
They have to learn to live together.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Imagine the phone.
Yeah.
And I see kids going crazy with parents because the parents try to take their phones out and they go insane.
Yeah, there's a like a withdrawal, like a tech, like
Withdrawal.
it's because they're saying that it can be highly addictive, you know, like and so you're going through.
It's just
Yeah,
anxious.
I did have that with my son. I did. When he was really little, and I would go through like detox with the iPad, and so I would take the iPad away for like 3 weeks. And the first 3 days were literally just lie there and like
goodness.
bang his feet and throw tantrum, trying to get me to like cave.
How did you manage?
I just said sorry. I really do, because I know that
You
if
have
you
to
with a
do
kid,
it,
you have to
yeah.
follow through, or they'll never respect you. So like I was like, I set the rule. I'm sorry. So and then when he realized that it wasn't going to change, and this was it, and he
calmed
started
down.
to got creative.
Yeah.
And I have some of those things he made still
nice.
because they were really creative. And he wouldn't have done it if he had the iPad.
You're strong. You're a strong mom.
Well, thank you.
Strong.
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, you just have
Some
to.
parents, they don't even
They
want to
cave.
deal.
They cave. Yeah.
cave, yeah.
Well, I just needed to know that he could and be without it, and if I felt like it was getting out of control or like too much of it, I'm like, okay, we need to cleanse.
Amazing.
Time out from it because you're a kid and
High
you don't
five,
need
girl.
it.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to do it.
You have to.
Oh my gosh, Inez, we have almost done with our interview.
That was fast.
Right?
Yeah.
Fast. I have a lot to talk. I want you to come back on the next
Okay,
time.
yes.
Let's share more.
Yes.
I talk about the project.
Yes.
Hopefully, by the time we have
They're rolling
things
more.
to share with
Yes,
us.
I have
the
like we're in
project.
talks and stuff. I just can't talk about it.
I
so,
know.
yeah,
Hold a little bit more. Hold a little bit more.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is like a passion project, but it's more than that. So it's like a necessary project
Yes.
too, because there's never been a film made about the Marx brothers or my grandfather, and this
That's
is
it.
it. The time is here.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's your mission
That's
right
my mission,
now.
yes.
And thank you guys for being here. And Jade, please share your social handles with everyone so they can follow
of
you,
course.
see
It's
you.
Jade, JadeMarx, and then number 8 At Instagram. That's my only social, really.
Yeah, and thank you guys. Thank you, Jade, for being here. Share
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're
It was
welcome.
fun.
Anytime, please come back.
Okay.
And thank you guys for watching the Be Live with Dani Kelly episode. And please leave a heart, your comments, and let me know who you are. I want to know. I'm curious. Come on. Beijo. Tchau, tchau, tchau. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Was
Thank
fast,
you.
huh?